to Twitterland and teach you about all of the treasures and help you flock together with like mind. So first, we're going to show you how to go ahead and set up a Twitter account. Okay. So as a new member, you'll sign in down here for the sign up, and you'll go through a lot of the prompts. It asks you your first, your last name, it asks for an email address, and then you'll also have to set up your password at this point. Jess is going to go ahead and enter her login.
You could either put your email or just a screen name. There you go. This is Twitter, where you can follow people and you can interact with others. There's other advocates. You could, they use this icon called a hashtag. This little, what do they call that? Just a hashtag.
Mm-hmm. You can use your pointer if you use the pointer
At the top. At the top of the screen, you have a toolbar. The toolbar will have your home, which is basically the page that you look at when you sign in. You'll have your alerts or notifications letting you know if anybody started to follow you, if you were involved with anybody's tweets, if there's any hashtags out there that you're interested in or following.
You'll get private messages from other people that will send you messages or notifications privately. And to see the hashtag is for what's trending online, and let's just say today is Earth Day, and people will talk about Earth Day. Let's just say Happy Earth Day.
So if we put hashtag Earth Day,
that will pop up.
Nope. Sorry, wrong spot.
That's okay.
Everything that is associated with this hashtag will then appear.
So you'll see a lot of trends and pictures about Earth Day. People will talk about Earth Day. People will post something that they're doing on Earth Day, like maybe planting new trees or what they're going to do to help out the environment and to help keep our world clean from any pollution in the air and to keep the world safe.
What's fun about Twitter is that from your own page, you can go ahead and you can design it any way you like. Just to let you know a little bit more about that.
What we can do is on Twitter you can actually customize your page. So you see this on the other hand, me shaking hands with a gentleman who I met. He's a professional athlete, ended up on a website, and what you can do is you can customize, your profile picture and your what are they called? what do they call that? Is that like a
Your cover page?
yeah, cover? That I would say cover. Where would I? You can go on the settings.
Okay. To talk a little bit higher.
Here is where you can, if you have any issues with Twitter, where if you got hacked, because there can be a lot of, like if you get, you just be really cautious of if people send you a link, that if you click on the link, it will something automatically will happen. And you could change up your privacy settings, and these will ask you, you know, like who you want to show your account to, or where you live with time zone wise. So like, let's just say, you know, some people live in different places, different countries. So this is worldwide. So I say I live in Eastern time, and if you can change your language on your settings, so like if you want to hear your Twitters to be Spanish, you could change that, and you could, and it could read translate your tweets and what you can understand. And if you guys want it on your mobile phone, you they'll send you a number where you can tweet from your phone, whether it's a smartphone or a regular phone. They'll ask you questions if you guys want to set up your settings for phone. You can actually get a direct, you can get direct messages or notifications from other people. And if you have any issues with anybody for blocked accounts, and if somebody's bothering you online, you have the right to block their account. You go on settings, you could block some people. And for design, you can design your account like any kind of color you want. You can customize, like change the background. It'll give you some ideas. You can upload from your computer, from like if you saved a picture, and you could put it as like your profile picture, or for color you could change the color settings, change it green, any kind of color you want. But if you want a different color, you can actually customize it. If you there's other choices to customize. There's security and privacy. You guys want to change it up? Yeah.
So basically, when you first get involved with Twitter, Justin, I definitely suggest just going on and kind of playing with the different things. Hitting the different buttons, including the home, the notifications, the messages, also the hashtag or the discovery. Look up people, names, search topics, and so forth along the lines of that, and then play with your profiles and so forth, and set it up so that it can be completely unique to you.
And if you need any help, you can always click on the help button for questions and answers that Twitter can help you out with your account, your what your needs are and what your wants are, so that way they'll help you out better with Twitter.
Just some background information. Twitter has some almost 300 million active users who send basically on average about 500 tweets daily. That's a lot of people who are connecting together on one social media and are really able to go out there and spread their message and spread their word. Originally, Twitter was founded for young people of color in urban areas, but the demographics are changing, and the reason why they're changing is because so many people are seeing how useful a tool like Twitter can be in spreading the word. 80% of Twitter active users regularly access Twitter on either a smartphone or a tablet. So this isn't something that you have to sit down and have a PC or have a laptop or have a computer. You can access it from your smartphone. You can access it from your tablet. It's very simple, and it's basically the same thing that me and Jess have shown you today on our PC.
And Twitter is for free. You don't have to pay it to use it. You just put in your email, make a password, and you're logged into Twitter. You find out some of the top trends. You find the people who you're mutual friends with, and who your favorite singers are, or self-advocates. There's a young lady named Carly who she has autism, and she doesn't talk, but she uses Twitter to actually connect with everybody around the world. And she'll talk about her struggles in her life and how is she coping with her disability.
So together, bringing like minds together and having a simple hashtag or discovery, you can bring people together like Rebecca, like different groups who are advocating, and individuals who really see that if it's not for our voice to be used, then what? Curate good content. Basically, in other words, you're representing yourself in this Twitter world. It's nice to know that we're dealing with screens because for so long, a lot of us have dealt with labels, and a lot of us have had to overcome and really show individuals around us just what we're made of. Here, you get to show that representation yourself through your tweets, through your retweets, through news articles, through blogs, posts, images, videos, things that you see out in your community on a day-to-day basis. If you post it into Twitter, that's what you're representing, and that's what the Twitter world will only see, which is really, really nice. You get to create an advertisement of yourself of how you want to be seen. And I think that's really, really creative because then we don't have to worry about so much of the negative, and we can really concentrate on all of the positive.
Don't clutter your followers. They're with followers, they're very strict on, like, I would say, if you want to follow people, they're very strict on, like, let's just say you have followers, but you follow a lot of people, and they'll just say you have 2,001 followers, you need to stop. But with the tweets and retweets, they spread throughout the day, 2 to 8 posts.
Basically, you want your followers to go ahead and read what you say. If someone goes on to your news feed and they see that there's 30 posts from you in an hour, more than likely they're not going to read some of the information that you're putting up there. So that's what you want to pay attention to. You want to make sure that you put your most important stuff out there, your best stuff out there, to really make sure that people want to read it and that you really can reach them, that you don't see more of an annoyance to individuals who are out here that you're trying to reach. Embrace a 24/7 Twitter strategy. This one kind of seems a little odd because who wants to be dealing with social media all the time? I am one who is not very accepting of technology, period, so this one is a little difficult for me. But I did learn that there are applications out there, just like Twitter. There's a buffer, and you basically can set up when you want tweets to go out or updates to go out. So say, you know, we have an upcoming event for the conference coming up in June. Jess and I can set up on our Twitter through Buffer that a tweet goes out every couple of days just reminding people of our upcoming event that we have. It kind of is nice too because then you don't always have to go to the computer or go to your tablet or go to your cell phone and do those tweets in real time. You can go ahead and set that up and it can be off of your mind and you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's great too because it builds an international audience. A lot of times over in Europe or even in Asia, they're sleeping when we're awake and vice versa. So this way too, with having those buffers and having posts that go out all of the time throughout the day, you're able to reach more people across the social media network.
It really does build an audience because you're putting a lot of attention out there when you talk about these events. Like you can, let's just say Kim would tweet about, we're going to have another event coming up in May called DD Day, and she mentions about DD Day where I can just click on, there's a button that says retweet button. It will be retweeted through Kimberly, and she would get a notification saying that I retweeted her event. Because you have that symbol of retweet. And if you like the tweet, you favorite it, and there's a star on it. Let's see.
This is some of the ones for the hashtag ADA. Everyone knows this is a big year for the ADA. There's lots of following. And like this one here is just, it's hosting a celebration of a video contest and what ADA means to you. So basically, I would love to retweet that one. So we'll hit retweet. And she can even like add individuals to it.
And if you like the tweets, you can go ahead and favorite it.
Let it catch up though. I know there's a lag in this, so I'm going to try and let the computer catch up so that you guys can see what we're seeing. Okay. Always source your content. I found that tweets that include a link to back up what they're saying have an 86% higher chance of retweet rates out there. So the retweet is a big thing within Twitter because that's the social networking. That's you knowing that your voice and your message is really being accepted and heard because individuals are spreading it to those that they know themselves and in their circle. So getting that retweet is definitely high on the list when it comes to being involved in the world of Twitter. And if you can go ahead and increase your chances, you definitely want to do that. So going ahead and just making sure, you know, if I would have just put up something on here, like this picture here, saying a natural pearl necklace sold for $5.1 million, nobody would have believed me. But they can also click on the link there onto the Forbes, and they can go through and see that this is a source that obviously they can rely on, and go from there, and they can believe it. And then because it is backing up a fact and so forth, people are more apt to want to spread the word on that as well.
It includes visuals. Upload photos from clutter, you know, like from your cell phone and stuff. You could upload to like 4 photos. What are your thoughts on photos, Kim?
Photos can stand out versus the words. As you can see in the top, it's black and white. There's not a lot to grab your attention and pull out versus the bottom with a picture. The old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And unfortunately for Twitter, you only get 140 characters in order to go ahead and say what you want to say. So you don't have that 1,000 words, which is nice to go ahead and place a picture with it. It definitely stands out more, and it's more often that these are going to be retweeted and reused over and over and over again.
You can tag others in your photos just by using like the what is that? The @ sign, and you could tag anybody to with your photos, and you could mention to them about like this event. Like Kim would talk about the ADA event and who's going to be there and who's interested in going to this event for the ADA Legacy Tour Bus. So she'll mention any one of us about the event so that way we're aware of what these events are coming up. So you get to hear about events through Twitter where you would know where to go, or when is this event going to begin, and that's where you spread the word, and you you know, you notify everybody about these wonderful events that are coming up, and that's where you can get more people coming to events, and they'll talk about it.
That's a great way to go ahead and build your community in your social network and your circle on Twitter by tagging others and allowing others. It's basically like including your friends and family and stuff. You would want to include them verbally or through invitation, so Twitter is just another way of going ahead and including people. Tweet inspirational quotes. One of the biggest things I think about inspirational quotes is that they're so inspirational because they help out individuals, and they allow you to know that you're not the only one suffering in a hard time. This one here that we put up I think is a great one, and it speaks a lot, and it stands out. It's a visual and it's words at the same time. So I just think it's a strong point. I think that sometimes rather than coming up with the words yourselves, using others from the past can go ahead and get your message across.
And you'll get a lot of response from a lot of people that really get tickled by the posts that you post on Twitter. That, like with this beautiful picture, that's very inspiring, that you'll get a lot of positive response more than less than negative. But it's a great way to express your feelings in a positive way to others that really get inspired by the beautiful photo quotes.
Another way to get recognized on Twitter is to tweet powerful stats. It's easy to put out in words and looks pretty plain. Let's see if I can find anything for you. NBA. Let's see. What kind of stats are they for? Let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out different stats here. I can. So some of the stats, I mean, that they have the hashtag stats. This one here is 24% malware sent, 56%, 20%. It's black and white. It's there. The stats are pretty, like, absurd, but it doesn't stand out as well as it would if you had a visual along with it and was pretty powerful. For 1 minute of silence, if 1 minute of silence was given to each victim who suffered the Holocaust, the silence would last more than 11 years. That's a pretty strong stat right there that's given and pretty moving. And because of the power behind it, this message here that I had found on Twitter was actually retweeted over 1,000 times. Simply because of its message and because of how it's laid out in Twitter and in the tweet. This can be successful, and it can go ahead once again to spread your message and to reach like minds and to maybe even change individuals' minds that you have come across or have met in life.
Create, promote hashtags for important events such as annual conference or marathon. Make sure that you promote the hashtag in print and online. You can upload the quotes and visuals from the event. Tweet and or retweet 10 times per hour. Put things in real time. Oh, what was that?
Make sure to storify.
Make sure to storify your live tweeting. So like about the ADA, you could hashtag, you know, like I'm at a conference and this is where I'm at, and it would take a picture of like the the place that you're at that could really upbeat a lot of people. That can really be like, oh wow, this is very interesting. She's at the ADA event. Let's favorite the tweet or retweet it. This is very interesting.
Definitely put it into a story too and a layout. So the beginning of your day, what you do throughout the day, halfway through, and then obviously finishing the event. This one here is a little different because I know before we were talking about only doing 2 to 8 posts, and this one here says to retweet or tweet 6 times per hour. This is because it's a big major event that you have. Things like your self-advocacy conferences that you may have, or your DD Day celebrations, your ADA 25th celebration that's coming up for anybody that's celebrating that. All of these are events that you definitely want to make sure that you are showing and advertising on Twitter and allowing people to see just exactly what it is that was out there and what was going on.
And you usually get like 140 characters to do a tweet, because they are very strict on how much you could type in like a paragraph. So if you go over the paragraph, like we just click on the tweet. like you would see 140 characters, but if you go over the limit, it will let you know that you're on either -1 or 0 characters. You can add like the location of where you're at, or you can add a photo through the tweet. But just make sure that you have enough characters to talk about the event.
Just to kind of show you how a tweet could go, this is just something Jessica put up on her Twitter account right now, basically what she's doing, helping others learn about Twitter, self-advocacy, and she could go ahead and have me be added into the tweet as well. And then once we hit tweet, it will show up on the Twitter.
Yep. I think you can go on my page.
Okay.
Yep.
And so hopefully loading up soon on your computer is the hashtag that we just, or the tweet that we just sent out for today. Okay, so does anyone have any questions or anything?
So you guys are gonna have to unmute it so they can so people can ask questions. So unless you want to hand the controls over to me, and I can do it from my end. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay, and who am I? Okay, change presenter.
Change presenter to Nate Pierce.
Okay. Okay, so I switched to you now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Sandra, go ahead. I see you got a question.
That's what's the trouble with the computer audio.
Sounds like nobody has questions. Sounds like nobody has questions, so.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for all of your time today. Me and Jess greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, we will.
If you guys have any questions.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
You too.
Yes, have a wonderful week. Thank you.